So you Scorpios have the Ace of Swords, the Queen of Wands, and the Nine of Pentacles. These three cards right here really sets up the precedent that a lot of you Scorpios are very much so done with the idea of people trying to be a parasite to you, right? Be a parasite off of you, gain something from you, looking for something off your table, but then acting like they're better than you. You're done with that idea. And you should be, because that idea is delusional. So the Four of Pentacles and the Empress is about, so I see a lot of you Scorpios are learning to get more in touch with yourselves. And what I mean by that is the idea that there is a need for not necessarily seeking to get revenge on somebody, but there's also something that you Scorpios need to do, and that's start to be yourselves. You know, a lot of y'all, as much as I love y'all, a lot of y'all want to be liked, and that's okay. Everyone wants to be liked. I want to be liked, but at the same time, y'all want to be liked by the wrong people. And so you got to get to a point where you stop caring about being liked by all of the wrong people, which is in people that would parasite off of you in the first place, right? The reason why I'm saying that is because you may think that people are not really ready for more of who you actually are. So you have to tame that, you have to calm that down, when in actuality, you really don't. What you need to do is let it fly a little bit more. And what I mean by that is the idea that you don't have to hang around people that will be a parasite to you. You don't have to hang around them. So now that you don't have to, right? The question now that you Scorpios should be asking yourselves is, are you Scorpios still going to be on that where, you're trying to get to know somebody, but you still feel like you're holding yourself back a little bit? Or are you Scorpios gonna let it fly? Because the reality of it is how you relax when it comes to getting to know someone is to let it fly. Now, I'm not saying to be disgusting or to be disrespectful. When I say let it fly, I mean to really show up with the important things, to kind of show the person the important things, right? Not everything of who you are, of course not everything, but just some of the important things, some of the basic things about yourself. You letting the person know, like, hey, listen, I'm letting you know right now, I'm a dork, I'm a nerd, I'm this, I'm that. If you not rocking with this, hey, take it or leave it. I'm gonna be this. And because the Eight of Cups, because that sets up, like I said, that sets up the precedent, immediately. That sets it up immediately. What it does is, right, what I mean when I say precedent, I mean the standard, right? The idea moving forward. I'm not talking about POTUS, right? I'm not talking about POTUS, right? I told you I don't care about politics. So the thing is that the Eight of Cups is about how, because now that you set up the idea, what happens is if a person is not feeling that idea, you'll just end up talking to somebody else, because the person now has to pick. If they choose to continue to hang out with you, they can't act like they don't know who you are from the very beginning, because you're showing them who you are, right? A lot of times people are so worried about putting their best representation forward, putting their representative, putting the person, wanting to be so clean cut and pristine and perfect, first and precious, to the point where a lot of people forget that what you really want to do is you're really using manipulation tactics if you're doing that, because You really putting yourself in a situation, right? I'm saying in a general sense. You're really putting yourself in a situation where you're not really showing the person who you are. You're really showing the person somebody else. You're really supposed to allow your own unique self to really shine through. And that is what creates the comfort. So the Page of Cups and the Page of Pentacles now is about, because as you're dating, you don't want to delude yourself, and you don't want to delude the other person, right? You don't want to set you don't want to create the idea or project the idea that you are, this type of person, when you know good and well that this person is not that. You are not that type of person. Because what that'll do is it will look like you tricked the other person, right? So you don't want to do that. You know what I mean? You ultimately don't want to do that. So the Page of Pentacles now, right? And with the other person, it's the exact same thing. The person shouldn't make themselves look like they're this book smart person and they're dumb. They don't know what they talk about. Whenever it is that they talking to you, they always miseducated and all this other stuff. So the thing is that the Hanged Man, right? In order for you to get that level of connection, it takes time, right, Scorpio? I should say, all right. It takes time, Scorpio, because you have to it takes time to get to know who you are and then start letting it fly. Start actually just letting it fly, right? It takes time for you to do that, and it takes training. What I mean by that is the idea for you to allow yourself to really shine through. So as you are dating, right, one of the suggestions that you should do is to let the real you fly a little bit, right? Let that seep through. And if a person isn't interested, then they're not interested. You could set up a relationship based upon trying, because like the thing is that when people get together, they're in the honeymoon phase immediately, because it's new. They don't know the person, right? And everyone is BSing you, BSing them, they're BSing you. But then when a month, 2 months go by, right? 3 months go by, and you start to, to see more of who the person is, and the representative's mask come off. It's like, are you going to be who you were, right? Because this is who you really were, and you didn't really care if the person was going to turn you down, or is it that you had to create your own fabricated selves in order to get somebody? And the thing is that the Knight of Pentacles is about how because you Scorpios will have to understand that you will get way more people being yourselves, because that's one thing that a lot of people are envious of. A lot of people try to take advantage of people who very much so are themselves, but at the same time they envy that, right? They are jealous and they envy that. And how we can ultimately show and prove that in the first place is because that's why it is that they're attracted to you in the first place, right? So let's clarify some of these cards. Let's clarify. So if you Scorpios are with anybody or getting to know anybody that's like this, you may want to just end up showing them the real you, just off the rip. So let's clarify the Hanged Man. So to clarify, we have the Ten of Pentacles, Emperor, Five of Wands, Queen of Cups. Yeah, exactly. Because when you show the person the real you, again, you don't have to show them all of you. I don't suggest you show them all of you, but when you show the person the real you from the very beginning, the Ten of Pentacles, you're in essence cutting to the chase. You're like, hey, listen, are you in? Basically, it's like the person has to make a decision if they're interested or not, because you're being yourself, right? So the thing is, and you're trying to find somebody that likes that. So that, right, and they are themselves as well. So the things that the Emperor and the Five of Wands represent, but see, you know, you have to understand that a lot of people are not going to like that. They're not, because they afraid to be on that stuff, because they trying to get you to chase up after them. So it's not that they actually don't like it. They still like you. The problem is that you'll find that most people don't know who they are, and that they scared like chicken squat, because they do too much lying to themselves and lying to other people, you know. And when you put in your representative forward, and your representative is actually who you are, and it's someone that's attractive, that's going to scare a lot of people. So the things that the Queen of Cups now is about, you Scorpios have to be prepared, though. I will say this, right? And don't take it as an insult, but you Scorpios are going to have to be prepared to be by yourselves, because you have to understand that most people are not going to be on it like that. You know what I mean? Like, most people, they lie to your face as soon as they meet you. You know, if you really get into a conversation with a lot of people. You know, so the thing about it is that that's another layer of the conversation too. How many people have lied to you straight up, and you just meeting them? You know what I mean? Like, all of this that they had to do was not answer the question, or tell you that they're not going to answer the question, and keep it on some truthful stuff. They're just not going to ask the question, but they would rather lie. Then they set the press. They set the. See, I don't want to keep saying that word, you know what I mean, and getting misconstrued or something like that. But they keep setting the standard, like, you know, this is really what they are, when in actuality it's really not that at all. You know what I mean? So that's pretty much it, though. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. Smash the subscribe button, smash the like button, hit the notification bell, set that notification bell to all, so you can be notified whenever I drop my videos.